But by the 2nd century AD, most Romans had forgotten these lessons from the past. Christianity's ideals were attracting upper-class women to the faith. Their refusal to perform public sacrifices to the emperor threatened the male elite. Their response was highly controversial. Its severity is still debated today.
In the first 3 centuries after Christ, most Romans neither cared nor noticed Christians, and they certainly didn't see them as an endless supply of lion food. More criminals were eaten by lions in the Roman world than Christians. This is an image which has been created by later Christian sources, keen then to present themselves as an active movement of protest against Rome.
The rich enjoyed lives of extreme luxury. Their houses were spacious and ornate, their gardens lush, their lifestyles lavish. But the most notorious element of their decadence is a fiction. Paintings of imagined Roman orgies were commissioned by 19th century politicians to promote their own message of sexual intolerance. The most famous of these showed a group of disapproving philosophers frowning at a debauched banquet.
There was a serious proposal to put that painting in every classroom in the United States of America because it was seen as an image of morality, of what the Romans were really about were those philosophical types. And if you get involved in the orgy, in decadence, then your civilization will fall as surely as the Romans.
Constantine abandoned the traditional trappings of a Roman emperor and ruled like an Oriental sultan from his palace in modern Turkey. His power was absolute. His piety, and some say his vanity, knew no bounds.
Pagans were a little more doubtful about Constantine's piety. One pagan story said that Constantine converted to Christianity because, having murdered his son and had his wife suffocated in a hot steam bath, he was desperately in search of a religion that would give him forgiveness. And Christianity was the only religion that would do that, Constantine having been flatly refused forgiveness by a number of pagan priests.
Before he died, Constantine had 13 coffins placed in his sepulchre. 12 for the 12 apostles and 1 for himself, suggesting he was the 13th apostle of Christ, the one who had finally brought his kingdom to earth. It may have seemed like God's kingdom was coming to earth, but not for long. Christianity's growth from a small, persecuted sect to the dominant religion of the empire was to be violent and bloody. Before the death of Emperor Constantine, fine points of Christian doctrine relating to the Holy Trinity were generating furious debate, and before long, bloodshed. In 366 AD, a conference of bishops resulted in 137 corpses on the floor of a Roman basilica.
The 4th century was marked by bitter divisions of belief between bishops. And they fought with every weapon they could. They used state forces to expel some people from the church. What's remarkable about Christianity is the degree to which Christian leaders thought that their religion could encompass only a single orthodoxy.
By the end of the century, there were over 60 official decrees outlawing different heretical beliefs. And there were also attempts to ban all non-Christians from public office. Synagogues were burnt. Pagans observed the growth of Christianity with increasing alarm. Their Rome had been ruthless in punishing people's actions, but unconcerned about their beliefs. Religious tolerance was now a thing of the past.